To you all, welcome from the Cittaslow International Headquarters. Today is a very important day, is the webinar Cittaslow Youth. As you remember, Youth in Action is the core, the main theme of our Cittaslow International Assembly 2021. And so we have composed this group of people for speaker, a very, very interesting occasion. But we have from BELLUNO students, a group of students from the Alps 2030 project, Alice Nicolini, Mariachiara, Roldo, and Matilde Ciafarone. I will introduce to you very soon because they are here in the headquarters. The second speaker is the councillor of the town of Asolo, Asolo Cittaslow, is Canil, Andrea Canil, the councillor for social and youth policy. And another speaker is the professor Jung. She is from the Silla University in Busan. She is also the member of Cittaslow International Scientific Committee. Hello from hello to Busan. Busan is our Cittaslow supporter. Is 3,500,000 people, but it is one of the first metropolis supporter of Cittaslow. Other important speech from Professor Rıdvan YURTSEVEN, hello, from Turkey. A very interesting project measuring and evaluating the impact of the slowness. Consider that the Professor Rıdvan YURTSEVEN, sorry for pronunciation, he have activated last year the first slowness course at university for 784 students graduated on slowness, first time. Following Santarcangelo Youth project introduced from the Councillor of Santarcangelo di Romagna, Cittaslow, Italy, Emanuele Zangoli. There are some projects in this beautiful town with co-planning with the young people of Young Center in the town, etc., and other. Not last, Nils Jacobsen, representative of the Cittaslow of Sokndal. Sokndal in Stavanger, Norway. Sokndal is one of the eldest Cittaslow member in the network. Very important, but elder and new ideas, because they are able to propose new ideas for Cittaslow from Norway. Okay, I finished the little presentation, but now there is a surprise, not a big surprise, but the coordination of this important day and important webinar is assigned to Alice Nicolini, Mariachiara, and Matilde Ciafarone. Please take the stage and coordinate. Thank you.
So good morning, everyone. I would like to thank you, Cittaslow and Secretary General Olivetti for this opportunity. Welcome to our Cittaslow Youth Assembly. We are now going to introduce you to new projects and ideas. But first of all, we would like to introduce a bit ourselves. I am Matilde Ciafarone. I am Mariachiara Roldo.
And I'm Alice Nicolini.
And we would love to introduce you as well. So we thought about a little game to break the ice. So please open your microphones. And we would love you to tell us what Cittaslow means to you. So that would be really nice of you.
should I start? Well, to me, well, first of all, hi everybody. I am Andrea Canil, and to me, Cittaslow means to embrace a new way, a way of living that is properly do like with the slowness and appreciating the place where you are, appreciate your friends, your foods, your life basically in a slow way, so that you can truly profit from it.
Thank you. Is there someone else?
Serenity and awareness, I would say, by 2 words.
Thank you. Okay, so we have other 2 words. How do you link sustainability and young people? If you want to tell us.
We link by working with them to co-design and co-plan your future.
Thank you. Okay, is there someone else? Or can we start? Yeah, so first of all, I'm going to introduce you to Canil Andrea, the Councillor of Asolo, Cittaslow. He will talk about active citizenship actions among young people. So thank you for coming and welcome.
Thank you, and good morning, everybody, again. Let me share the screen first. Here. Okay, you now should see the slides. So, as they already said, I am Andrea Canil, and I am the Councillor for Social and...
Mi chiamo Andrea Canil, sono responsabile dello sviluppo sociale di Asolo. Sono curioso di conoscere le vostre esperienze e vorrei condividere queste buone pratiche con voi. Oggi stiamo vivendo veramente la comunità internazionale di Cittaslow. Vi presento il nostro progetto Spazio ai Giovani, Space to Young People.
It's a project that we have been carrying out since December 2019, where we engage and involve different young people to the co-designing and co-planning of several activities that led them to become active actors in our society and to take ownership of some physical spaces on our municipalities. So everything starts with a survey, a questionario giovani, a survey that we spread to our youth during December 2019, to young people aged 16 to 21. And the scope, the aim of this survey was to investigate which were the interests of young people, which topics would they feel more appealing to it, which topics would they engage with, and we wanted to know also if they were actively engaged in any activities or in our society, in our community. The results were, well, as for the topics and the interests, they were not so new. So the Asolo's young citizens appears to be quite like the other young people. So they are interested in travel, in music, in sports, and they are keen to engage in environmental protection, in cultural and sportive activities. But what was really interesting was that when we asked them if the role that they are playing in our society would have, if they would have seen that their role have an impact, most of them, 45% says no, and 26% says that they were not sure. So we based this survey, the data that we gather from this survey, to start programming something new for them, and we wanted to engage them. Unfortunately, as you know, COVID-19 started to widespread in Europe. And so we had to wait, we have to stop for a bit, and we have to wait until the summer of 2020, where we were finally able to meet them, thanks also to the work of the Cooperativa Chiricu, that is a cooperative which we work together in the youth field. So we organized different meetings, and we asked them once more, what would they want us to do with them together? What emerged was that they said that what they needed the most was a place, a physical place where to gather together, a physical place that were dedicated to them. As in fact, they said that we had here in our municipality a lot of places dedicated to elders, to families, even to babies. But according to them, there was not a place specifically designed and dedicated to young people. So we asked them, okay, so let's work together. Let's give us some proposal. Let's spot some places and tell us what would you want these places to be? How would you want them to be? So they made several proposals, and in the end, we decided to intervene on our sport facilities. The demands that they were asking were really simple. One, first of all, they wanted to have a volleyball net installed, a volleyball net that would have been easy, accessible whenever they wanted. They also wanted to intervene in our basketball street fields. And also they made a very specific request. They wanted a bench next to the volleyball, a bench with a table. This was really a specific request because they wanted this table and this bench because in their ideas, this has to become the place where they can meet, they gather together around the table, they could have a picnic, but most of all, the table would be needed for their mobile phone while they were watching, for example, some videos together. So on October 2020, we started this the redevelopment day where together we work, and we have done some green maintenance. We have done we installed the net, the volleyball net, and also we gave them some sort of recognition, a sign what is stated Spazio ai giovani, space to young people, for young people, have fun, take care, and live it. So finally, young people, they work together to have a place for their own. After that, they wanted to create, to start a tournament, to invite other young people like them to enjoy these places, to participate to it. But unfortunately, we have another lockdown, similar to lockdowns, other measure against COVID-19. So we had to stop. And as you can see in these pictures, public gathering, also sportive gatherings were limited. They could not be done no more. So we kept working with them online. I just want to underline this. What we perceived from them from this period was that it was really hard for them because all of their life, most of it, was carried out by monitors, by the screens like this one that we are talking right now, that for one side, for us, is a great opportunity because now we are talking to everyone, we are connected worldwide. But to them, their whole life, school, friends, other meetings, have been carrying out on the screen without not having the possibility to go out, to meet other people, it was really hard. Nevertheless, they kept working with us. So we managed also to meet them during Christmas and gave them a little present. And let me tell you, this little sign from us, this little meeting gave them a new impulse. So they started to work together again, even though online, and they projected different actions. For example, they designed the logo that you can see here on this presentation, where there is like the Rocca, that is a little medieval fortress that we have here on top of a hill. This was really a process. They made different ideas, they made different, they tried to exchange the colors, and in the end they came out with this idea. And also they recorded some videos where they expressed their experience, and they used to invite other people to this project. I'm going to show you now this video where you see of course, these young people that say what this project means to them. It is in Italian, so I anticipate some of the quoted that they are going to say. They said like, I wanted to work together with other young people. The project taught me how to express my opinion, and it gave me the opportunity to put myself into the game. So I'm going to show you the video now. Let me do this. And where is it? 1 second. Okay. Here it is.
Nome.
Name, Stella Elena Serena. Age, 22, 17. Fraction of the municipality, Villa d'Asolo. Why did you decide to take part to Spazio Giovani? I decided to take part to Spazio Giovani because I wanted to help others, because I wanted to do something different, and I wanted to make my time at others' disposal. It was an opportunity to get involved in the community, and I decided to seize it. What did this project teach you? This project taught me to open with others and to learn a lot of things. I wanted to pay attention to small things and to help others to protect the territory and the environment. It taught me that everyone can play its own part for the benefit of the community and of every one of us. Try to find a way to encourage others to participate. A way is to encourage others to make new experiences that help us to grow. Anyone who wants to get involved should take this opportunity because it is a very nice experience. Name, Deborah, age, almost 19, municipality fraction, Villa d'Asolo. Why did you decide to take part to Spazio Giovani? I decided to take part in this experience because I always admired this experience, and this was the good opportunity. What did this project teach you? It is teaching me how to work with others in order to take care of our territory. Suggest everyone this experience because it teaches you a lot. Name, Enrico, Alex. Age, 16. Municipality, Casella d'Asolo, Sant'Apollinare. Why did you decide to take part to Spazio Giovani? Because I wanted to collaborate with my other citizens in order to improve our village. I received a letter and I decided that it was a good opportunity to get involved and do something that was socially useful for the benefit of the community of Asolo. What did this project teach you? I learned how to collaborate with others and to solve problems. This project taught me to propose my ideas, expressing my opinion without fear, and improved my capacity to work with others, encourage others to participate. We should send other letters of invitation so that people can be attracted. I urge everyone to participate because it is a good opportunity to get involved, and it is a project that improves you personally in terms of growth, of personal growth, and it makes you feel you are part of the community. It doesn't take you a lot of time, so if you have spare time and you want to help, it is a good opportunity. Name, Lorena Marta. Age, 17. Municipality, Bagnano. Why did you decide to take part to Spazio Giovani? I decided to take part into Spazio Giovani because it is a new experience, and out of curiosity, I decided to make it in order to take care of the territory and make friends, new friends. What is this project teaching you? It is teaching me how to collaborate with other people and to take care of my territory, which can be a way to grow personally. How to collaborate with other people. Try to urge other youth to participate. Spazio Giovani, it is a nice reality made of youth. So it's a nice way to make new friends and make new experiences. By taking part in this project, you will learn a lot of things, also personally, that will be useful in the future.
Here we are back again. So my presentations concludes here. Now we are keep working with them because this summer we are going to take the other places that they suggested to redevelop, and we are going to do it together with other people. Just I want to share with you one last picture that is to show you how the results of their work basically. Just 1 second. That is here. Okay. So I told you they wanted to organize a tournament, something, but they couldn't because of the new restriction. But now this is the reality. This is the net that they installed, and you can see how many young people are going there. So together, they create. They managed to create a space for young people dedicated for them. Thank you for the attention. If you have any question, I am here, or I'm looking forward to hear the other presentations. Thank you.
So thank you so much. Your project was amazing. I have one question, because you said that it's not so easy during this COVID-19 pandemic to give space to young people, or they feel like they have no role, no impact. So I have a little question. Why is it important, in your opinion, to give space to them? But most of all, what is giving them motivation to keep going and do these projects?
So first of all, why it is important? It is important to be involved with you, with young people. You are the future. I know that old people keep saying that you are the future. You have to do something, but this is really true. So you have to take your future. You have to. The young people have to own their future. What they found in this project, what they kept going on, made them going on, was the fact that, as one of them said, this project made them to belong. They belong to the group, they belong to other people, and also they create new friendships. So even though sociality was limited, they felt something. They keep like this sense of belonging together. So I guess this is what the drive that led them going on.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So Mariachiara is now going to introduce you to another project.
We feel very honored to host today the esteemed Professor Jung from the Korean University of BUSAN.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Secretary General of Cittaslow Corea Network. So same time, I'm professor at Silla University in Busan in Korea. So let me see my presentation. I will show my script. So, I think it is very meaningful to attend the seminar on the important issues. I very pleased too. So, in fact, while I was working on Cittaslow, I was thought that I wanted to spread Cittaslow philosophy and ideologies to the students I was teaching. But today, I would like to talk. I would what? In fact, where I was working on Cittaslow, I was thought that I wanted to spread Cittaslow philosophy and ideology to students I was teaching. But today, I would like to talk about the Cittaslow activity with the young generation in Korea, some plan for the future. So actually, in Korea, it has been about 14 years since Cittaslow started in Korea. But many people know the word the slow city rather than Cittaslow in Korea. Unfortunately, there are too many people who know slow city as a tourist brand. So what problem? So we need to put a lot of effort into collecting this. So to collect this point, effort are needed to ensure that a lot of information is properly communicated to the younger generation, especially teenage and university students. So as you know, so my script. So Korean has accumulated academic dilemmas and challenges since 10 years ago. Many students challenges in various contests. So also, in university, master and PhD students have researched Cittaslow and published the paper over the past 10 years. However, it is regrettable that these are mainly covered only tourism in Cittaslow town. So I'm afraid, very, very afraid, it is appeared that Cittaslow might be recognized as one of tourism brand. So over the past decade, the Cittaslow or slow city has been covered as article topics in university and graduate school in Korea. And some Cittaslow in Korea, they educated the young people about the Cittaslow philosophy. For example, the Jeonju, the representative Cittaslow in Korea, Jeonju has been teaching teenagers about why their village is Cittaslow and the philosophy and ideologies of Cittaslow since about 3 and 4 years ago. And I will introduce the three most necessary plans to make Cittaslow sustainable in Korea. First of all, I challenge from Silla University, where I belong, and gradually the spread to other areas university. The Silla University, so we start some of subject to spread the philosophy and ideologies of Cittaslow. Maybe from 2023. So because we needed more time to make the subject, so we can start 2023. The Cittaslow, I think I will communicate the issue belong to young generation and support them to realize the act on their own. So Cittaslow research is already being conducted by graduate students in terms of economy and administration, urban studies, tourism, the environmental studies, agriculture, and local food, and the traditional culture, etc. So why the issue is why do we need the Cittaslow for sustainable city and the national development? So I will communicate the issue that belong to younger generations and support them to realize act their own. So we university study student Cittaslow ambassador the formation for Cittaslow Youth Club and as a supporters. And the two participation in Korean Cittaslow movement by supporting student with a continuous Cittaslow education. The main theme is what code of conduct can the young generation practice. The second issue is what policies and action should Cittaslow city take. So I think international solidarity is also necessary, but these activities need support from the international networks. We need a variety of online activity from the young generation for the international, the Cittaslow. For example, online activity, the creating webinars, like today, is the academic archives, international Cittaslow camp for the young generation. For example, international Cittaslow camp young generation in Orvieto, on Sokndal, on Asolo. So I want, really I want. The international academic conference, they make the international academic conference or activities through formation of Cittaslow Academy, the young generation, so etc. So I will find the new activity and opportunity by conducting the various activity with the students. And we want to spread it across the country. I want to spread not only to Cittaslow, but also to non-Cittaslow areas. So in Korea, many areas they want to join the Cittaslow. So we want together. So together the many activities. The young generation. So young people in Korea are very interested in making sustainable city and village, but I don't think I even had the chance to run that philosophy. So I will make provide to them the chance for Cittaslow philosophy. So thank you for. And the spread across the country. I want to spread not only to Cittaslow and not Cittaslow. So I look forward to your cooperation support, especially international Cittaslow network Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your attention. Thank you.
For your presentation. It is very interesting. We have two questions for you. In your opinion, are young people closer to Cittaslow's ideals than older people? And the second and last one is, do you think that educating young people will also educate older people?
Yeah, young people is very influenced to older people in Korean case. So in Korean people is very listening to their kids, their daughter or their son. So young people is a very important generation to the influence to older people. So it is very important to educate to the young people. So I working now at the university. So my university, my case, the young student is many sustainable. The ecosystem is very interested in, but they don't have the chance. So I give them the chance, the knowledge of Cittaslow. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Now we are enthusiastic to have with us Professor and Dr. Rıdvan YURTSEVEN, Principal of Ataşehir Adıgüzel Vocational School.
Hello.
And also Rıdvan PEKTAŞ, Vice President of Ataşehir Adıgüzel Vocational School, who has had a very interesting idea of a slowness course.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Dear Cittaslow representatives, dear participants of the Cittaslow Academy webinar, we send you our love and respect from Istanbul, Turkey. I will share the story of our slowness course very briefly and our results we have taken at the result of our project. I would like to share my screen first. Just a moment. Okay. With its population of 16 million, Istanbul, in terms of population, is the first largest metropolis in Turkey.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you're not sharing your screen and your presentation.
Okay, just a moment.
Sure.
Can you now see it?
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. With the population of 16 million, Istanbul is the first largest metropolis in Turkey and Europe and the 6th largest in the world. So it's important to slow down in Istanbul. And Ataşehir Adıgüzel Vocational School in Istanbul is a foundations education institution that provides practical vocational training to approximately 1,000 students every year. The academic board of the vocational school has determined that the students live at a meaningless speed in this competitive world and this metropolitan culture. And they started searching for a way to slow them down. After a year of research meetings, they come up with the Ataşehir Slowness course project. This project includes a 2 ECTS credit compulsory course named Slowness, given to all students in all programs in Ataşehir Adıgüzel Vocational School. And the Cittaslow Turkish Science Committee members wrote the course book together. And at the end of the year, all successful students receive their slowness achievement certificates as they are successful. The course is finalized. The project was implemented in about 900 students as a pilot project in 2019-2020 academic year. And the course was finalized. After the course was finalized, academic quality board meetings were held, and the students who attended the course received their certificate of success. And they shared their ideas with us. The slowness course is given for the first time in the world. And in different teams of the course, we welcomed the members of Cittaslow Turkey Science Sports members as our guests to meet our students, and they shared their information, and the students shared their questions with them. The course topics were slow life, slow science, slow foods, Cittaslow, slow economy, slow agriculture, slow travel, and slow tourism. And in the second semester of 2020 and 21 academic year, a scientific research was also carried out on how the attitudes of the students who took this course have changed in the 15 slowness issues we stated. And the aim of the project was to determine the changes of attitudes in the students before and after taking this slowness course, thus put the progress of the course forth. And we used the method of survey. It consists of 15 statements to measure 15 issues on slowness. That were concept of slowness, happiness, conscious consumption, food safety, small scale traditional farming, biodiversity, conducting urban activities with slowness and respecting the local heritage, sustainable local economy, protection of natural, historical and cultural values of the cities, locally focused economy, nature and human-friendly agriculture, slow travel, slow tourism, Cittaslow tourism, and the tourist responsibility for slowness. And we analyzed the data with the SPSS package program, with the reliability score of the survey was 0.7. And to understand whether there's a significant change, significant difference between the item-based pre-test and post-test scores, we conducted a dependent groups t-test. In the results, you will see here the difference between the arithmetic means measuring the following issues were found to be statistically significant. You can see now the change in their awareness of those issues. And 13 out of 15 issues changed, the changes significantly different. Only 3 has the insignificant change, but you can still see the slightly change about biodiversity, Cittaslow tourism, and the tourist responsibility for slowness. And what's important that students attending the course stated us that after taking this course, they started paying attention to what was going around instead of looking at their phones while waiting for the bus. They show more importance and care to elders around them. They try to buy more natural and local products while shopping for their food. And they try to take their time to think while making a decision about anything in their life. And they are paying more attention to the local history and culture of the cities they live, because we have students from different cities of Turkey. That was important for us. As a conclusion, I can say, as a result, we are proud to say that we have planted the seeds of slowness in our students' minds and hearts. We hope this project will be a reference for the other educational institutions and So every year, more and more young people will approach life from the slowness point of view. I thank you for listening to our projects and lots of greetings from Istanbul. Okay.
Is it possible for you to live fully in a slow mood for young people, or is it difficult for them in this competitive and always running world? And the second one is, do you think that the pandemic situation has helped to set in an easier way a slow way of living?
In a metropolis like Istanbul, it is very, very hard to slow down. Istanbul is a non-stop living city, and you have to rush everywhere, every time. And the slowness course, I guess, maybe could not slow down the youngsters completely, but they now have the idea when to slow down, for what to slow down. And I guess, as Mr. Andrea said, the young people are our future. And if they're aware of what they are doing now and what they are doing to the world, what they're eating, what they're seeing, what they're living, they will carry this cultural values, and they will carry this local heritage maybe to the future, and that will help, I suppose. Not for now maybe, but for the future it will be a good point of awareness for them to take this slowness course now.
Thank you very much.
In the second question, yes, I guess we slowed down a bit with this pandemic issue, and our students always told us they cope very well with this, and they have their needed time maybe in this pandemic time. They gained their needed time to slow down. That was good. That was just maybe the only good thing we have for pandemic. We have for pandemic situation. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your work.
I'd like to present now Emanuele Zangoli, I hope I pronounced it correctly, from Santarcangelo di Romagna, who is going to talk about youth policies. Please, the word to you.
Okay, thank you to all of you, great fan of Cittaslow. It's a great pleasure for me to be with you today from Santarcangelo di Romagna. I'm the assistant of the Major Alice Parma for work policy and tourism. And now I will share my screen with you, speaking about what we are doing in Santarcangelo for youth. Okay, I think you are seeing my screen.
Yes,
Well, sorry for my awful English. You know, I'm Italian and I was trying to speak in English, but I don't know if we're able to do. Well, in Santarcangelo, we work during a pandemic of the last year, planning with the youth for an active citizenship, planning together in a different way for, can I say, develop project for them, for the youth, think that the youth are the present of Santarcangelo, not the future. So we are we produce some works, and the way we are restructuring some buildings of Santarcangelo in order to place into these buildings a place where there are workshops and a place where young people can do and try to do something for them, for developing their capacity, their business ideas, and so on. And the last thing that we do is about poetry, because in Santarcangelo is a city where lived a lot of direct poetry poets of very famous in Italy, and so we consider poetry as an essential human right. So the first thing that we are doing now is to building in a place where during the 50s it was an elementary school. We restructured this building that and in this place we will create a place where the young people make a workshop of community and participate with elder people in order to develop the experience about theater, arts, music, and ICT. Whatever in our library, we are building in a part of our library a fab lab with an amount of money coming from our region, Emilia-Romagna. We will buy a lot of computers and 3D print and so on in order to this place is related to ICT, where young people can do workshop and develop new skills for this period of this news period. The third thing that we are doing is we call it patto di comunità. That means an agreement between our high school of Santarcangelo, Rino Molari, our foundation that is involved with young people, a small company that doing co-working for the last 10 years, and Santarcangelo di Romagna. And our target is to develop new skills for students that finish at the end of the school of our high school. So we starting from the last 2 years of high school, we want to create a sort of workshop that conduce to the guys to achieve new ideas, new business ideas, and develop these business ideas in a sort of masterclass during the at the end of the fifth year. There is a 6 year to do together, and we do with our partner that is the high school and the foundation. The last thing that we do during the pandemic period is we call it delivery poetico. That means that we deliver poetry to the people of Santarcangelo. So young guys for Santarcangelo, Santarcangelo, we know that Santarcangelo is the city of poetry, and the poet is a gift for people. So young guys, I can say, play poets as a gift to the people of Santarcangelo. For example, there are some picture of people young people that speaking that declaim poets in Santarcangelo, and this is I don't know if you see. I will show it. This is how can I say, the motto, City of Poetry of Santarcangelo.
Very much for your intervention. I particularly enjoyed the part about the poetry delivery. I found it really inspiring. It's wonderful to still be able to write and read poetry. I have one question for you.
Yes.
What do you think are the most useful instruments to support young people and their ideas?
Oh, okay. Well, it's not easy to reply to this question, to answer to this question, but what I think is that we have to do different action to find a way to find a way to involve the young people to find their mission, like I say, mission, or to find their happiness. So I think that we have to create a lot of opportunity, starting from what we have in our town, starting from the relationship between elder people and younger people, and try to analyze what the pandemic situation as concern for Santarcangelo. For example, we realized that the young people has lost a lot of time at school because the school at home is not like a school in how can I say, at school. Okay, sorry, okay, but and so we have to create a lot of much more opportunity for them now, that is because they got time to spend together, and I think time to spend together with other people coming from Santarcangelo and from over, and so we think that place and buildings that can create relationship are a way to answer to their question, more or less.
Three more. Thank you very much. Thank you all. We would like to talk a bit about ourselves now. Can we start our presentation?
La nostra. Sì.
Non ce l'abbiamo. Norway. Hi. Please, the word to you.
Thank you for inviting me to this meeting. Sokndal is a little smaller than Istanbul, with just 3,300 people. And as you will see, what I'm telling you, nearly everything we are doing here in Sokndal is about Cittaslow, because Cittaslow fits very well in what we are doing here. It's okay?
Yes, you can go.
Yeah, okay. I will start with the protected buildings in Sokndal. It's a very small place where we have a hotel with 10 renovated buildings, and they on the hotel they have very good food and also good service, and are a very big fan of Cittaslow. So Eli, who's the director on the hotel, is also a member of the Cittaslow group in Sokndal. We have in Sokndal a big area where we have a concert in the summertime. And we also will have a concert this year in July 16th with the famous Norwegian artist. Here you see a closed tunnel which we use for a breakdown for biking, and also you have a possibility to use hammocks and can sleep there for the night. I have tried this 2 times together with my grandchildren. That was very funny. Opportunities for canoeing in the sea, in inland water, and also in the river. The possibility to rent a rowing boat is from a very nice rowing trip last summer. And the owner of the boat said to me, it's nice to row because the time goes so slow in a rowing boat. We have an old fishing boat for rent for fishing trips. It goes very slow, but we also have a boat to go very fast. So we have a boat. We have a number of market hiking trails, different places in the municipality. We have a coastline about 50 kilometers and a very small protected outside. So it has to be quite good weather when we are going for fishing, which I'm doing that today. In the afternoon, I will be fishing salmon, I hope. And here is a new attraction in Sokndal. It's a very special mountain. And when you have a good picture on social media, the people are coming. And this is one of a very good picture. We have a lighthouse. It's possibility to rent for accommodation. And also you can have meeting in the lighthouse. Very good view from the top. And here we have a boat and a motor museum with some old fishing boats and also different things, maritime things in the museum. And we have a salmon river where they catch 3,000 kilo salmon last summer. And next week, the salmon fishing in the river are starting. It's from June 15 to September 20. In the center, 3 years ago, we got this playing ground. It's very popular and also a very good Cittaslow meeting place for families. And this year we get in the same area skating park, who is also popular for young people from the municipality, but also from other places who are coming here to try this skating park. Next year, Ysingfjord Science Museum will be complete. They have started building this year and are finished next summer. And that's also very, will also be very popular for young people because it's, they are saying learning by doing things. So it will be a lot of activities there and also many things in in combination with what we have in Sokndal, with the mining, with the waterfall and history. This is not a Cittaslow project, but it's very popular for people who are interested in motor sport. So that's open in this summer. Not to complete everything, but the main lane will be open in during a month. And in the same area, it's an indoor track, big one, for railway. Outside the town hall, it looks like that today, but during this month, we will move away the cars and get people there to get a great Cittaslow meeting place with tables, benches, mini golf, and sales carts. So we think that will be, that's to try this project this summer, but we hope it will be future years. The plan for this area is something like that. It will not be exactly like that, but something like that. In Cittaslow, we have a Nordic network from Iceland, Finland, Denmark, and Norway, where 2 municipalities are members. And this year we have meets sometimes on Teams, and hope we can meet together physically next year. As you see, Pedrodio have been together with us several times on these meetings, and also visit different municipalities. He is very good to take contact and also interested in what we are doing here in the Nordic network. We asked the young people here in Sokndal what they propose in relation to Cittaslow. And here is the point we get from them. First one is provide financial support to young artists, cultural companies for production and exhibitions. Establish support for young entrepreneurs in the local community. Support for voluntary organizations that plan events for children and young people. And they ask, how about a photo competition with 3 different categories, for example, nature, culture, and Cittaslow, and with a prize optional trip to a Cittaslow municipality. So that could be something we could do together with other Cittaslow members. In Sokndal, we started a new Cittaslow working group last year, and we have a very active group who are very interested in Cittaslow and also interested doing small things in the local here in Sokndal. We will get the sign with the local history along path in the town, smaller words with about Cittaslow on meeting places. Collaborate with others on establish a job center for people without work. The goal is to get the unemployed up in the morning, give them work training and eventually a regular job. We will build a small building for fishermen and others, skapahuk, along the river who goes crossing the center here. And we have an annual love week with various activities. It's week number 39 every year. And this annual love week we have had about nearly 20 years. And June 19th, we will have a world championship in hedge parking and tire change. That is a new competition we have started this year. And we are planning some other competition later. It's just to get little activities and also get good marketing in the media. Yeah, new website to profile Sokndal in the best possible way. Guest in own municipality, that could also be for other Cittaslow cities, I think. That's an app in 10 places in the municipality where they have to answer between 3 or 5 questions. And we have a bicycle as a prize. In that app, we also want to have a little information in the start about Cittaslow, just some words, not so long text, but something who can get interested in Cittaslow. That we will start about in 14 days, I think. We have a photo video competition where we establish an image bank that can be used by everyone. And that will also get people more interested in use the nature and take a good picture, and also good for the health coming out and walking. Survive among young people about what they miss about leisure activities. That's a question they will get to the primary school, the 4 last years students there. And then when they come with their suggestions, they will, it will see what it can do with the new activities. But we have very many organizations in the municipality who are working voluntarily. It's in sport, it's in the church, and many different activities for children, for youth, for old people, for everyone. Here's the sign we want to have on the different meeting places. The good life is to have time to do what you want. For many, is the good life an active day, good health and friendship. Here's the logo for the Loving Week, and it means that the Loving Week in Sokndal gives love all the year, not only a week in the year. Here is opened the Loving Week last year in the school. We also have global geopark in the area here because of the mountain and the stone here. So we also cooperate with Magma Geopark with different things, and also in tourism we are cooperating with them and with 5 other municipalities around here. And there are 46 locations in the area to explore. And then I will say welcome to Sokndal, and if you have some question, I can try to answer.
Much. First of all, because you showed us all these beautiful and breathtaking landscapes, and you really made us want to visit Norway and your city, and all these really interesting projects that will surely inspire us in our cities. And we would like to ask you, what do you think can young people do to preserve these landscapes and these places you have?
The young people here are very, most of them are very active. They are in sport and are members of different organizations, and also like to use the nature with different things. But it's also important to get the young people engaged in what happened in Sokndal, and also to take part of what the board are doing. And the young youth board also have connection with the mayor. The mayor in Sokndal is the youngest in Norway. He's just 23 years, very clever, and people are liking him, and he's doing a very good job. And that's also important for the youth in Sokndal, that we have a young mayor who are engaged and know them and can do things to get it better for them.
Thank you very much. Now we would like to talk a little about ourselves and our project, and its name is Arts 2030. As the General Secretary said before, the three of us are actually part of the project Art 2030, and whose leading partners are Erasmus Plus and CIPRA, the Association of Living in the Alps. It involves some cities of the Alpine Arc, and its aim is to make young people worldwide cooperate on sustainability. Our motto is think global and act local, and it is an ideal that we share with the municipality of Belluno, the city where we come from, and with the Deputy Mayor for Tourism, Yuki D'Emilia, who now I leave the word to.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you. I'm very happy to be here and to have the chance to accompany our girls and present their project. The city of Belluno, if we have, I don't know if we have the slides, do we? Okay, so the city of Belluno is a little mix between a big town and a small city in northeastern Italy. It's about an hour from Venice, and it has 35,000 inhabitants. And our motto is a city in the green, because the nature really enters the city. As I said before, we are a little mix between a city and a town, because we are the smallest capital city of provinces in Italy, but we are the only one that also has in its territory, within its territory, a national park, Dolomiti Bellunesi, and a World Heritage Site, namely the Dolomites. So this gives us also the opportunity to have a lot of tourist potential, both in terms of cultural and natural resources, which especially are useful for slow tourism, which is what we are aiming at attracting. But we'll have the chance to talk about tourism and other projects of the municipality in the next few days. What I wanted to say today is just that the administration, which is going on for 10 years now, it's really set sustainability in its wide sense, so environmental, but also economic and social sustainability to be its priority. And especially really believes in empowering youth and young people. Myself, I became deputy mayor for tourism at 24 years old, which is in Italy something very unusual. And this gives the sense of the administration believes in youth empowering. So over the years, the municipality developed several projects, both in terms of natural and social sustainability, and all these results have allowed us to become a Cittaslow last year. And so we're really, really grateful for this recognition. And since then, we have collaborated a lot with the association, and we're really happy to be here today and present one of the projects that we're really proud of, which is, of course, Alps 2030. And then now I'll give back the word to the girls. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The main problem was the climate change. As a matter of fact, the increase in pollution and the irresponsible consumption of resources lead us to the worldwide phenomenon known as climate change. In 2015, 193 countries met and fixed 17 goals to achieve within 2030. They represent what humanity wants to be. They represent our future and the future of our planet. The aim of these SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, is to make the world a better place by working on human rights, a sustainable lifestyle, and preservation of natural beauty. It is especially true in the case of easy changing and almost fragile landscapes as the Alps has one, and from the necessity of preserving these beautiful mountains, as 2030 was born. The Alpine town leaders rightfully thought that the only way to achieve this aim was to cooperate with each other and with young people. So they decided to involve young people in the sustainable future because they are the citizens and the politicians of tomorrow. And the only way to do this is to implement, as the previous relator said, the projects in the communities of these young people. The partners of these projects are Cipa International, which is the leading partner, and it has his headquarters in Liechtenstein, but there are also some cities in Germany, in Slovenia, in Italy, and in France. And now I'd like to leave the word to my colleague.
Hello again. So as Alita said, last year we started with our project Alps 2030. And the first thing we decided to do was working on green events. Green events is a new opportunity for cities all around Italy. And it's a new project all over our territory because it gives to municipalities the opportunity to improve public events, making them more sustainable for new generations, but not only. So I invite you to watch this video now that explains our project briefly.
The city of Belluno is a partner of Alps 2030 because we think it's very important to work at the local level on the global sustainable development goals. With the 3 students that we have selected, we decided to work on green events.
What's a green event? It is an event that is organized following sustainable standards in order to minimize the impact of the so-called ecological footprint. Having an eco-friendly behavior is a must, as it is the preservation of the local products and the land values. To do so, every association is encouraged to follow partly or completely the guidelines, starting off with basic actions such as sorting out the waste or promoting the event through impact campaigns.
How to organize a green event? First step, you need to think in an ecological way. That means that starting from the beginning, you have to make the right choices, that we have the lowest environmental impact. Some examples are advertising the event online and predispose recycled napkins and cutlery.
How to get the green event certification?
There are mainly 2 steps in order to get the green event certification. First of all, green event certification is given to all the events that take part for the first time, adopting at least 50% of the measures from the guidelines. Secondly, beginning from the second year of measures adoption, all the events that satisfy more than 3/4 of the guidelines requirements will obtain the Green Event Gold certification. In the guidelines, there are different colors that highlight the suggested measures and the compulsory ones. Obviously, in order to get the Green Event certification, you need to meet all the compulsory measures.
Why should we organize a green event? A green event is first of all a way to help our planet in this age of ecological crisis, but it is also a remarkable example for the participants, since they are directly involved in the promotion of the environmental awareness by keeping a sustainable behavior.
What's our logo for a green event? When the event obtains one of the two certifications, the local institution provides you the official logo that will be displayed in every public occasion. Our chosen logo is the dandelion flower. That is an icon for our mountain area. Its sprouts perfectly meet the initiative's exigence because for the green event certification, the image of the flower is the yellow. And then for the green event gold certification, the flower is ripened and it gives us an idea of low ecological footprint and lightness.
So those ones were the green events and how to obtain the certification. And we hope that our associations will apply soon to get it. And going on, we participated in the Alp Week. So next slide, please. Yep, that was in December and we should have gone to France, but we couldn't obviously due to the pandemic. So we managed to do it on Zoom. So we participated to this Alp Week. It was focused especially in youth projects, and we had the opportunity to cooperate with our partners in Liechtenstein, and we exchanged many ideas, and it was really interesting because we had the chance to explain our project and to get involved other countries, and also to explain what we could do for the next steps. Another idea we had, it was about a social campaign, because we thought about involving young people, not only in our city, but all over our country. And we were lucky because the local newspapers, but not only, also the local TV and others involved us and promoted our work, and we started doing those campaigns, and we really hope that other young people will keep in mind this 2030 agenda. And we create also an Instagram page, and if you can't see on Instagram, you could go on YouTube or on Facebook, and we have those short videos that will be, that's an example. Può tornare indietro, per favore? Ecco, il video, grazie. So we decided to create those short videos in order to promote the 17 goals from the 2030 agenda. And we really hope that young people will help us to spread our ideas, especially because with those videos, we give some tips and some ideas how to lead a sustainable lifestyles, but not only, and we give some examples, and we also hope that everyone, not only young people, could really do that in our everyday life. And those were short videos, as I said before, you can find them online. And we also have other photos from other projects, so you can follow us for more. And for example, last week, we published this short video that we just saw. And we promoted this this bike going for our city. So we hope that with the good weather next season, we could all bike to work or to school. So now to conclude, I'll leave the word to Mariachiara.
Yeah, be aware it is another project linked to our experience. Bees are fundamental for our environment. In fact, these little but so important animals are suffering due to pollution and not sustainable decision. And in order to reverse this trend, CIPRA and other 25 alpine municipalities, also BELLUNO, have developed a project to protect bees. The municipality of BELLUNO has installed an educational hub and has also cooperated with local schools and nurseries in order to educate and aware young people. That's because young people are our future and our future generation, and also because we think that through young people we can also reach adults in order also to change very quickly this trend. We also participated actively in one of these days in which young children from a local nursery attended an educational day, and they also learn playing, which is very, very interesting and fun. And we think that we had to preserve our biodiversity and also bees, because through the protection of bees, we can also protect ourselves and our local biodiversity. Our next steps are Liechtenstein in August 2021 and BELLUNO in March 2022. Our first international meeting, unfortunately, was online, but luckily this August we will go by train in Liechtenstein in order to be sustainable. And we will have a face-to-face meeting. And we think that a face-to-face meeting, it is important in order to have a better exchange of ideas and to listen to other people and to meet other cultures and other brilliant and creative young people. These meetings are also important in order to create a space where us as teenager and young adult can be listened and can express our creativity. Because creativity itself and experience itself are not worthy, but if we mix up creativity, so young people, and experience, so adult, we can have a fully and complete project. We hope that the COVID situation will allow us to have a face-to-face meeting also in Belluno in order to also let people see our fantastic city and our breathtaking landscape. Those are only two of the main things that we have in mind, because we have a very creative mind. We will let you see other slides. We want to firstly thank you for your attention and your presence today, because it is a sign that administration and adults care about us and wants to collaborate with young people. For us, it is so important to be listened and to confront our ideas with you, because we are rich of ideas and creativity, but we also need someone experienced to guide us and to advise us. We also want to thank General Secretary Pier Giorgio Olivetti and Cittaslow for the important opportunity they gave us, and also our public administration and especially the Deputy Mayor for Tourism, Yuki D'Emilia, and the Mayor of the city, Jacopo Massaro, because they believed in us and in young people deciding to participate to this project. We also want to express a little bit our ideas and our what we think. For us, it is very, very important that young people are listened to, and also the fact that young people decided to be closer to the administration, because what is decided nowadays will influence our future. And it is important that we try to understand what is decided nowadays and what we can do to have a better future for us and for the future generation. We think also that administration had to try to be closer to young people, and also young people should try to be more active and to speak out their voices.
Okay, thank you, Mariachiara. Yeah, I totally agree with what she said, and I wanted just to add that we live in a mountain area, so people always think that we are not so close to big cities, or we are not reachable. It's not so easy for us or for young people more generally to live in a mountain area, especially, for example, for us in the north of Italy. But I would say that we have the opportunity to see with our eyes what's happening, especially regarding climate change. And I think that youth living in the Alps or in the Dolomites have really the opportunity to see what's happening. And it is true that we live in a kind of small city, but we also have to, we have an opportunity to create a bigger community, because people are really close to this issue. And we really want to improve the situation of all the people living in a mountain area. Regarding climate change, we see during the last 2 years what's happening during all seasons, and that's really sad. It makes us really concerned about it, and we really want to change that. And I think that people living in small villages, even smaller than our city, could really do something, starting from a sustainable lifestyle. with small actions, but you should do it every day, and you should be really concerned about it. And it's something that matters to all of us. And it's not only something that should start from the public administration, because public administration, without their people, they can't do so much, because if you don't apply to the opportunities they give you, it is so hard for them to work with people. So I will invite young people to start working on it every day with a small action, especially those who live in unreachable areas or those mountain areas, but not only, because yes, it is easier for people living in big cities, and I could think about Milan or Rome. They all have bigger opportunities, but I think that all of us three are really lucky, because even in a small city, we had the opportunity to change something and to do something. So I really hope that everyone gets this idea that you can do something. And it's not important where you are living, because everyone needs to do something for this world in order to change it. So thank you, and I'll leave you with my colleague Alita.
Yes, I just want to conclude thanking you all for encouraging your young people to take part in projects, because we really are learning a lot of things. And the first thing we are learning is to take responsibility for the things we are doing. It's really important that young people try and maybe make mistakes sometimes, but learn from them in order not to make them anymore and to live in a better place. Because we not only have the key to the door of our future, but we are the keys of our future. So thank you all very much. And thank you, Cittaslow, for giving us this great opportunity to share ideas with everyone. And I'd like to leave the word now to the General Secretary, Giorgio Olivetti. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. We look at your eyes, and your eyes are speaking more than many words. Thanks to all the speakers of this webinar, very interesting and fitting. It is perfectly in the spirit of Cittaslow. And I assure you, Alice, Mariachiara, and Matilde, that Cittaslow, it's really the environment for you, for the responsibility. Take your responsibility for the future, for you and for the next. It's important. Cittaslow is working for the present, but overall for the future. And so to maintain easy living, our payoff is a network, international network of cities in where is easy living or good living. It is not only marketing, it's a precise, a strong pattern and strong commitment from mayors to citizens, and you are in between. Thank you so much for your contribution, for congratulations for your project, and thanks to the councillor of the BELLUNO Cittaslow, Yuki D'Emilia, very good, thank you so much. To the administration, to the manager of the town hall, Sarah Niek. Thank you. The appointment is to the next appointment is 5 p.m. this afternoon with the president of Cittaslow International, Mauro Migliorini. We are talking with 2 professors and 1 honey producer of Orvieto town about the agrobiology and the Cittaslow bee. Just Mariachiara introduced this important topic about the biodiversity protection and be aware. Yes, we have to be more aware about the importance to protect the little insect bees. Thank you for all. See you.
Thank you.
Let's go, little, little, little. Let's
네, 끝난 거네.